Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Aaronica B. Cole, and over here again we center plus size bodies, and y'all, it is getting hot outside, which means that of course we're going to be talking about these summer patterns that you need in your life, indie style. If you are new here, welcome. Also, today is June 5th. This is the day that I'm recording it and also will be posted. We're working on thinking that far in advance, right? But it's also a celebration because it's 1 year anniversary of when I had my double mastectomy. So last year, June 5th, 2023, the bright and early morning of, I actually had a double mastectomy because I had genetic testing done. It came back that I was BRCA2 positive. If you're like, girl, what is that? So BRCA2 is a gene mutation that is linked with breast cancer, ovarian cancer, pancreatic cancer, as well as skin cancer. Last year, at the top of the year, I went and I had my pap smear done. I saw this poster on the wall and I was like, what is that? And I was like, I've got a lot of cancers that run in my family. And they were like, well, let's go ahead and do this questionnaire so that we can go ahead and get you tested. I did the questionnaire. They drew my blood. Next thing I knew, the whirlwind of last year happened, which is kind of bananas because in January I was dealing with being super sick, and then I found out that like not only was I probably going to be in need of long-term treatment to prevent the cancers, I was just trying to recover, y'all. Anyway, it's been a year, so cheers to me, and of course because it is a year, we're drinking out of our booby cup. But that is not what we came to talk about today. Today's topic of discussion is what we're wearing for summer. It is already, let me take a look at my watch. It is 12:24. Yes, this will be posted later, but it is already 80 degrees here in Atlanta, and it's not yet technically summer. We still have a good 15, 16 days until we hit the solstice, which is also my wedding anniversary. Yay for new things, right? So instead of us going into this season being hot, sweaty, and just not feeling the greatest, we're going to go ahead and talk about how it is that we can stay cool as well as stay cute. So there are going to be a lot of patterns that I mentioned in this video. Why? Because your girl might be a fabric librarian. No, seriously. I love patterns. Yes, I'm a pattern designer. Yes, I can draft and do these things, but I also love to support small businesses. So if I can, that is what I'm going to do. So I was thinking to myself, I was like, should we do this all in one video? And at first I was like, nah, we should split this into summer dresses, summer tops, summer pants, etc. But then I was like, it's doing too much. It's doing literally the most. So instead, we are going to put them all into this here video. Yes, no part twos, okay? Also, because like when I'm obviously doom scrolling, wherever it is that I'm doom scrolling, I hate it when there is a part two. Like, please just give me everything I need to know in this part one. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing here with you all. We're going to kick off with dresses though. Now there are going to be a lot of things that are mentioned. I've got my research right here because y'all know I read from my iPad. I'm not going to make pretend that I can memorize all of these things because I simply cannot. But I'm going to go ahead and go through some of these dresses. Now, initially I was like, oh, I should do only recent drops, that sort of thing. That's not what we're doing. Why? Because you know what? In truth, I haven't dropped really a new pattern this year at all. Maybe I have. Either way, I digress. But I still would like some of your love as well. And I would still like some of your support. And I would still like for y'all to purchase my patterns. So we're not going to leave my stuff off for sure. With that, let's go ahead and kick off. Now, also, because there are going to be a lot of patterns mentioned, I'm not putting up pictures of everything. Why? Because that takes really forever. And yeah, I'm just feeling a little lazy today. JK. No, but really it would just be too many patterns. So at the end, I will make sure that I do a recap. I will make sure that the links below will take you directly to them. If I have an affiliate link, that is what's going to be listed. For most of these patterns, I do not have an affiliate link. So feel free to do with that information what you will. Anyway, let's get started with these here dresses. First up, of course, is going to be the Cali dress designed by yours truly. So the Cali dress is a fun spin on a halter dress. It is fitted. It comes with a built-in bra option. You can make it in a top, or rather, excuse me, a crop, a top, a mini, a dress, a midi, or a maxi. Okay, so listen, everything you need in life is put in this here dress. So you're welcome. Okay. So we've got that one. That one is listed on the Made for Mermaids website, which I love for us as well. The next one is also on the Made for Mermaids website, and it's the Aaronica dress. And I'm not going to lie, I love the Aaronica dress because it is such a simple dress, and it features the opportunity for you to do a deep V back or a deep back period. Now, if you are someone who cannot get away with wearing a bra, do a fancy back bra. Seriously, do something with a little bit of lace. And if you're like, hey girl, I don't actually have that, go ahead and make one. Seriously, you can do it. I believe in you. But the Aaronica dress, it does feature some straps, just a little strap situation. Very easy breezy silhouette that also comes in a tank top version, as well as a crop, as well as a mini dress, as well as a dress, as well as a maxi dress. Now, I've made the maxi dress before. It's such an easy breezy wear. You can use it as a cover up for the beach or for the pool. You can wear it as is. Very versatile. Next up is the Goldie dress, also on Made for Mermaids website. The Goldie dress is a classic tank dress with a slight twist. It does feature two different, oh my goodness, we aren't banding it, we're doing binding. So it does have two different binding sizes. You can do a narrow binding or you can do a wide binding. I personally love a wide binding because I feel like it adds an extra element to the design feature itself. This tank dress does not necessarily have the racer back, but it does have a nice low scoop, and it also features in a built-in bra. You can make this in a tank top, crop style, top length, as well as mini, midi, and maxi lengths for the dress. When I tell you guys, hands down, this is definitely one of my favorite dresses. It is absolutely. I wore it when I was in Florida on that trip that we did during spring break, and I loved it. I felt so cool, and it fit gloriously. From my girl Gracie Steele, we've got the titillating tank dress. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the titillating, oh my god, that is so hard to say, tank dress can be a little similar to the Aaronica dress. However, the back of the dress is really where the difference lies. They have a square back, which I actually think is really kind of cool looking. So I love this dress style, obviously, as I have it on here twice. Also kind of new from Paradise Patterns is the Honey Girl dress. Now they worked with Lyrical Fabrics with this pointel for the launch of this, and I was like, never have I wanted pointel more in my life. So this dress is so cute. My girl Alyssa from Alyssa Threads has made it, and it is just Now, these are some of the knit dresses, because even what I have on, which I honestly didn't list, but I'll add that in a second. I love a good lightweight knit dress. If you're going to be making a knit dress, steer clear of like a double brush polyester or a polyester based fabric. Why? Y'all, that's not going to let you breathe. Like, you're going to be over here like, oh my God, I'm hot, I'm sweaty, my face is melting. That's not what you want. Like, this here dress is made out of a cotton lycra. It's breathable. I love it. Another really great option is like a bamboo knit. Fantastic. Breathable, lovely. It'll keep you cool. Another really great option is like a viscose or like a cupro. Fantastic options, okay? But let's get back into these knit dresses. One of my favorite styles is a ruched dress, and I don't really see them done too often. Now, by Gracie still has a ruched dress that is like the entire bodice is ruched, and that's a lot for me. But the ruched dress from Patterns for Pirates offers a tank style as well as just some light ruching down the side, offering definition. And honestly, as a girly who has some lumps and bumps on my sides, I really like how it tends to offer a smidget of disguise whenever I would like that. In addition to that ruched top and dress from Patterns for Pirates, the notch top and dress is one of my favorites, right? And why? Because it has like that little like notch area here, like where it like comes in. I'll put the picture up because I'm doing a terrible job describing it. But it's got this cute little notch. And honestly, I love that. If you're like, hey girl, I could just go for just your like, just like a t-shirt dress. If you're going to say like a soccer game and you're trying to be like sporty spice, Patterns for Pirates has the Go Team Dress, which offers like that V-neck where they have the color blocking. It's really fantastic. But then also for a, my favorite for a just plain t-shirt dress is going to be the Favorite Tee. Now the Favorite Tee does obviously come as a t-shirt. There's a couple of different neckband options. I made the V-neck version. I did that live on my sewing show, The Plus Side of Sewing. And it's hands down one of my favorite, but I made it out of white. So now we got to make it out of like a color so that I can wear it more often, because whenever I wear white, I seem to attract all the dirt in the world. But if you're looking for that plain tank like t-shirt dress, that is going to be it. Another really great like strapless tank option is of course the Aaronica tank dress. Yes, affectionately named after yours truly, and that is from Seamwork. Seamwork developed this dress, and it's not just a straight across hem. It's got a little bit of interest at the hem, which I really like. It's also a little higher cut, so if you're not comfortable showing off your cleavage, it offers a level of modesty that is there. Now, you guys know that I'm always trying to show off my boobs. I do feel like I worked really hard for what I have right now. So while that might not be my style, I definitely subscribe to it being your style. One of the styles that have made it back in is like that. It's not quite a knot, but it comes together like that. It like does a little crisscross thing. And Patterns for Pirates does actually have a dress that is similar to that. And it's the X-Factor crop and dressed pattern. And you can wear it as a crop top, which is really fantastic because it has, again, it crisscrosses in the front, creating kind of like a beautiful cinched waist, which I personally love. But then you can either take it like that, or you can have it as the dress version, which, honey, it's cute. This is a little bit outside of the box because I feel like when people think about the Hepburn dress, which is by Patterns for Pirates as well, they think of the turtleneck version. But one of the things that I absolutely love about the Hepburn pattern is the omission of the turtleneck as well as the sleeves, and it gives a beautifully cut tank dress. Speaking of tank dress, hands down my favorite tank dress ever, and the one that I have made the most amount of times, is the Lola tank and dress that is from my girl Lindsay Fitzgerald with Staystitch Patterns. This is my most, literally the pattern that I have made most. Why? Because I love it as a crop. I really love it as a dress. I've only made it in 2 lengths. I've made it either as a crop top or as a maxi. There's no in between for me, literally. And I think that the final dress that I'm going to make mention of for this is going to be the Teague dress from daughter Judy. Now, I did do the live sew along. I want to say I did it on here, or maybe I did it on TikTok. But I love the way that this dress comes together, and it offers kind of like a boxy top, but it comes with a fitted skirt. The darts that Chelsea uses to really have this fit your curves is beautiful, right? Like I oftentimes when I'm wearing like pencil skirts, I feel like I have to do a lot of adjusting. When I wear this dress, I don't have to adjust anything. The really cool thing about this here pattern is that this is absolutely something that you can wear together and wear it as a dress, or you can separate it and wear it as a top or just a skirt. So shout out to, of course, daughter Judy Patterns providing us that option. Okay, but let's get into some of the woven dresses, because I know that I've got some woven loving baddies that follow me here as well. And in truth, like I said in my last video, your girl is really here for all of the woven patterns in truth, okay? So one of my favorite styles, of course, is a bias cut dress. Y'all, well, I'll tell you what my favorite bias cut skirt pattern is in a second. But as far as bias cut dresses go, we have the salt. Okay, let me look the proper term up. Hold on a second. I feel like y'all already knew where I was going with this. neither here nor there. But the Saltwater slip dress that's from Friday Patterns, really fantastic. Cutting that on the bias offers such a beautiful silhouette. I love that you can do it as a short, long dress, whatever fits into your style preference as well. Keeping along these lines of this slip dress. Now listen, the slip dress that is from Closet Core Patterns is a legit slip, but we're wearing it outside. Okay, we're wearing it outside. Why? Because who wears slips underneath dresses anymore? Unless it's you, of course, and I love that for you. I just don't. Anyway, the Simone slip dress in camisole pattern is a beautiful option. It features kind of like a little cup situation that you know, cups the girls, which I love. It also has a differentiator as far as lengths go as well. I am so in love with this dress. I do plan on making it soon because I got that mystery box that was filled with all those wovens that are dying to be made. I really do love making slip dresses because, wearing slip dresses because I do feel like they can be dressed up easily and then dressed down just as easily. Like I have shown up to my daughter's school wearing like Jordans, a slip dress, and like a t-shirt that I like tied up on top of it and it just looked like a skirt. Just like I've also put on like a bodysuit underneath it and given it a completely different silhouette. I love a good slip dress. Okay, so let it be known. This is not a slip dress, and this is new to the scene, but my girl Helen from Helen's Closet dropped her newest pattern, which is the Lockhart jumpsuit and dress. Also, one time for giving us both a jumpsuit and dress because like a little 2-for-1 deal. Yes, I love that. It's really a beautiful silhouette, very simple, clean lines. I also believe that you can probably hack this to have it just be the tank top if you would like to. I really love the shape of this top. It's not quite a square, but it's almost like a little, you know, like it's a square-ish. It's not going down. It's like kind of coming up the opposite direction. But love this pattern. I have not made it, but it's very, very cute. Very, very cute as far as a really fantastic option for their woven dress option, especially because, again, they're giving us a 2-for-1 situation, okay? So not last year, but the year before that, I developed a slight love affair with Sarah Kirsten's patterns. And I made the rosemary wrap skirt, which will be added to the skirts that you need this summer as well. And she has this pattern, it's the daisy dress pattern, which I think is really, one, it's a beautiful silhouette. If you are into more modest dressing, it has a higher neckline. It does have short sleeves though. But it is a dress that you make that is based upon your measurements. So it's not really like a pattern that is like, here, this is it. They're more a tutorial that are based off of your direct measurements, which I feel like is an interesting take. Why? Because a lot of people really want to get into drafting patterns because they want to draft or they want to edit their patterns so that they fit their bodies better, which I love. And this is a beautiful way to kind of introduce yourself to that sort of area, right? Because now you have the opportunity to go ahead and draft this pattern based off of your measurements. And I think this is a really great transition piece to that, right? One of the things that I'm working on focusing more attention on is getting proper fit of things, right? Is really making sure that I showcase how it is that I get even my patterns to fit my body, right? And in doing that, I have been paying closer attention to patterns that are offered that kind of help to do that. So that is, and I want to actually say that that's a knit. So I stuck that in, like not exactly where it belongs, but y'all get it. Now, if you are a Seamwork member, I do also want to highlight a couple of different dresses here as well. The first one is the Grace dress. The Grace dress is a bias cut dress. It's a slip dress. I love it. I love it. Who knew I was going to say that? I did. And then there's also the Knox Pinafore. So I love that the Grace dress drafted for something that is super flowy, that you need something that has some drape to it. I highly recommend doing like a little satin, a little silk situation. I love that. But then there is the Knox Pinafore where you can use your quilting cottons for. Grab some denim. Really great option for that there. And then one of the dresses that I really, really, really love, I have yet to make, but it's it's been on my to be made list for a long time, is the Ciara dress. And I think it's such a simple cut, but it is also so light, blowy, and airy. It features a separate tier, like you've got your bodice, then you've got your skirt piece, and I love it. I think it's so cute. Such a great option for people who are sewing out there. Now, even though I will be doing a separate like call out for tops and like blouses and stuff like that, I do want to highlight that like a lot of those are also going to be able to be made into dresses, so I might mention them here. So for example, like the I think it's Callie, I'm not sure, from Closet Core, that shirt, which I've made and I loved, can also be made into a dress. And I love that as a button-down shirt dress. Fantastic option for that, especially because I don't actually think that it's as hard to make as I wrapped my head around. It went together quite easy in my humble opinion. Moving back to, of course, Seamwork. There's the Eclair dress. If you are loving a strapless number, the Eclair dress is giving us strapless and cute. So it has a fitted bust for the strapless option. And then it's got an A-line skirt. And it's super cute. It is perfect, of course, for sunny days, picnics, etc. So these are some really great options. The final one that I'm going to say from here is going to be the Adelaide dress. The Adelaide dress is a button-down sleeveless dress that also features a little belt at the waist, which I'm loving. Okay, so continuing on with this love affair with wovens. Okay, so let's talk about the Darla dress and jumpsuit, which is also very, very similar to the new one that is from Helen's Closet. You have to excuse me. I just got this KT tape delivered because your girl is getting old. 41 next month. But I hurt my knee and I'm trying to get 10,000 steps per day this month. But your girl's like knee, it keeps swelling up. Anyway, I digress. The Darla jumpsuit and dress. Fantastic. Very similar to the Helen's Closet, but different enough. And then True Bias also has this Aster top and dress, which is giving us a square neck in woven. I love it. One of the things that I love about True Bias is Kelly's style. Her aesthetic is just so aesthetic, if that makes sense. I don't know if it does. But she also has, and this is going to be the final mention for the dresses, for her patterns rather, is the Laura dress, Lora dress. It has like a sweetheart style, and then it's got buttons like to kind of like where a mini dress would hit, and then it's like open, and y'all, I don't know, I feel like that's a little sexy, right? Now my girl Michelle from Made for Mermaids designed the Persephone dress, and that is such a cute woven style. It is giving us a nice little sweetheart. It offers some flutter on the sleeves, and then it comes in as well as a dress or a jumpsuit. Y'all know I'm gonna live for these multi-purpose, multifunctional items that we have here. I love it, literally, because a good hack, now you have crop tops, dress, shorts, you've got pants, you've got a short jumpsuit, a pant jumpsuit, you've got a skirt. I feel like the options are truly endless. So the Persephone, definitely need that one as well. It's so, so good. And then also, and this one is actually not woven, but I love it so much. These two dresses are two of my go-tos. The first one is the Isadora, also designed by Michelle. And I love it because of the cutouts. Cutouts are such an in thing. I know that like kids wearing cutouts is such a hot topic. Why? I have no idea. It is simply skin. But I love it. It's such an appropriately done. You know, you don't fall out, like your boobs are not falling out, nothing is falling out. They're well-placed cutouts, which I love. The other one is the Renly. Now, you guys might remember me talking about the Renly because I did the Renly for my middle child for one of her outfits for the spring, for her spring like wardrobe capsule, and then I also made it for my best friend. The Renly is definitely a go-to pattern for me. It's so easy. I love it so much. It features some really dope options for the back as well. But yeah. And then, oh, I would be so remiss if I did not say the Florence dress. The Florence dress is what my daughter, my oldest daughter, wore for Atlanta Frocktails as well as her graduation ceremony. It features a one shoulder situation. You can add cutouts if that's your jam. My favorite feature though is that you can pair it with a circle skirt, giving it fun, flirty daytime, or you can pair it with a pencil skirt, giving it sexy, giving it evening, giving it I'm showing off my body, okay? So I love both of those options. But I also think that my favorite, and I've made this one so many times, obviously Made for Mermaids is definitely one of my favorites. That's why I designed for them, because their aesthetic aligns with my own. Now that we're done stating the obvious. We've got the Stephanie. The Stephanie is named after one of my dear friends, Stephanie Farias, and it comes as, it is a spaghetti strap wrap top, and it comes in either pants or a dress. It doesn't get any better, right? It's giving shorts, it's giving pants, it's giving mini skirt, it's giving maxi skirt. Whatever you need it for, this Stephanie romper dress is going to provide. And I swear this is the last one I'm going to mention from Made for Mermaids right now, is the Poppy Peplum mini and dress. Making the poppy in the mini skirt or the mini dress form is hands down my favorite, because it's so flowy that it is just so light and it makes me think of summer. It has like the flutter sleeves, or you can make it sleeveless. I do a flutter sleeve just because it's so girly to me. Okay, y'all, it started monsooning right by my house and the lighting has shifted, so my apologies. Anyway, I have literally just a handful of dresses left to go through before we move on, because we've been on dresses for a while, but I literally just cannot pull myself away. I'm so sorry. So moving on to Ready to Sew. And yeah, I love their patterns. Fantastic patterns. They have the Paloma dress, which is such a beautiful silhouette, very simple, very classic. And it has kind of like a drawstring stitch, very, very cute. I love that for us. I actually really just love all of their patterns, in truth. They're so good. And then we also have from Les Perlines, and I'm 1000% certain that I'm saying that wrong, taking us back to our slip dress love. We've got the Cove slip dress, and honestly, this is probably the slip dress that I see myself like in making and wearing the most. This is kind of like the style that I think of. I do love that it comes with both a strapless, or not strapless, but a sleeveless as well as a sleeved opportunity, giving you the opportunity to really kind of shift that silhouette, which I love. It gives a lot of versatility. She also has brought us the Sundaze dress, which is kind of giving us a little milkmaid style top at this top area here, and I love it. Like, it's giving a little interest on that bust area as well. I know that I mentioned the Lola from Staystitch Patterns because obviously it will always have a chokehold on me, but I did neglect to mention the Sophia Sweetheart dress, which is so cute. Not only does it feature having this like little notch here, as well as like this underbust sweetheart style, but the dress also has the option to kind of do something really interesting with the bodice and the way that it connects with the skirt, and I love that. It's not basic at all. It's giving very interesting. Now, for my baddies who are like, okay, girl, like I love where we're going with these dresses, but what about those of us who are like into more sports? Like, we're trying to get our sporty spice on this summer, and subscribed. I love that for you, okay? And I've got you covered as well. Now, if you're someone who is like, hey, how can I, or what do I wear this summer if I'm going to play tennis? Just joking. If you're doing anything, just about, okay? We've got from Patterns, I mean, not Patterns for Powers, but from Made for Mermaids, we've got the Tinsley tennis dress, and it is a, it features kind of like a, very similar to this actually. It's got a racer back option, but the straps are a lot thinner, and then it has shorts built in, so we're giving you a tennis skirt, okay? I love this option as well. Now, I do feel like this can be hacked to kind of do something similar to how, what is the pattern? Halara does, where they have detached the back of the shorts to make it easier to go to the bathroom. I do think that can be done with this pattern with just a simple hack. Another option for that is going to be the Solar Sundress that is by George and Ginger Patterns. Also a fantastic option. It does feature the shorts being built in. Now, the way that Christy did her pattern is that it is not necessarily like a top that connects to the shorts. It's literally like one piece. So you can possibly still hack it to have the back out so that you can go to the bathroom easier, but otherwise you're going to be joining me in the bathroom and fully undressing. You're welcome. So with that, I feel like that wraps up our skirts. I know it's like, girl, what else is there to talk about outside of that? The next one that I want to talk about, and it's going to be very, very brief, is the button down. Okay. I feel like the button down, every season, we get new button down tops, literally. Every single season, every single year, we're getting them. Now, Friday Patterns just released one that is so cute, and it's a little bit different. Why or how is it different? It's different in that it is like, not only does it come with like a little like necktie situation that is literally the cutest, right? But I really am loving the shape and the structure of the top itself. It is, now this is not their first kind of like version of something similar to this, but it's not quite boxy, but it's also not quite tapered, you know, or a tailored look. It's somewhere in between. It's like a comfortable fit. And of course they've got short sleeves, they've got long sleeves, but this little knot that they are offering, fully subscribed. I love that for us. Okay. I am loving that. Now, also, I did mention this in the dress area, but it's the Callie from Closet Core. I did make the crop version of that, which I have featured right here, in fact. And you guys, oh goodness, I thought that was going to be a little bit easier. It's fine. We're here now. So this is my Callie, and this is the crop. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. It has a curved hem, and it is, I don't know, I can't say anything aside from I just love it so much. It's my version I did out of just like a crisp white fabric. So it's such a versatile wear. I obviously poured and I paired it with my Closet Core Pietra pants that I made. I did the wide leg version of them and I paired it with that. And y'all, I felt so put together. Like I felt so trendy because I buttoned it all the way up to the top because your girl was proud of herself for getting that placement right. And so I celebrated by buttoning it all the way up. But those are not the only favorites that I have as far as button down. So let's talk about a couple more. From daughter Judy, we have the Genre top. Now, this is a Genre. The Genre is a button-down shirt that goes into a dress. This is actually the dress that I wore to go and have my double mastectomy done a year ago. So, of course, I love, love, love this so very much. But it is more of a boxy, looser cut. Now, of course, you can always size down to change that, the way that that fits you. But it's very, very easy to sew. I made it like literally a day before I went into surgery, and it was fast and easy. That's all we can say. Wait, let's add cute too. Okay. Also, if you are navigating going into a double mastectomy or having a surgery of any sort, using these button down patterns will make life easier for you. I felt like I had a lot more control over my healing because I felt good because I looked good. And I know that we do not often put a lot of emphasis on how we look as we heal. But for me, it was very important to me that I show up in the fullness of what I felt like I would feel the best in, and that's looking good as well. So from Seamwork, we also have the Roan top and tunic. This is like a, the sleeves make it so easy is what I will say. I made this very, very easily, very, very quickly. And honestly, it's one of my go-to button downs in my closet. And I'm not ashamed to say how many times that I've worn it. It is a chronic rewear for me, if I'm being 1000% honest. Okay. Now, also, we've got a cute little top from Made for Mermaids as well. Now, last year, this was actually the last pattern that I made before going into surgery. Like, this was the last pattern that I ended up testing, which was really fun for me because I felt like I did such a good job with it. So as far as that goes, it is the, let's see, what is it called? And it was designed by my girl, Cassie. Love her aesthetic. She's so stylish, and it's the Alani set. I love that it comes as a set. So you're getting the pants in addition to the top. And the top is more like a dolman style sleeve. So giving us a little bit of difference on that top. And it also does not have a collar stand, giving us ease when it comes to putting this together. So if you're new to making button-down shirts, this is a fantastic option to kind of get you started with that without it being overbearing or without it being intimidating. I think that this is something that is easy to do. So again, that is the Alani set that is from Made for Mermaids. Now, giving us a little different silhouette with that button down is going to be the Lobethel shirt sewing pattern from Muna and Broad. Now, this does not have a collar. It doesn't even have a mandarin collar on it as well, but it is a very boxy, giving breezy button-down shirt, which very nice. I love that for us. But then in addition to that, they also have the Tarawi shirt as well. Now this features having 2 pockets. It's got the collar. So I love the versatility that you can get with Muna and Broad as far as choosing what kind of style is going to work for you. Now I have yet to make any of these patterns, but the assembly line also has the cap sleeve shirt pattern. Their patterns are really cute, and they always use one of the influencers, and I forget her name, but I really, really love her aesthetic. They also have the front pleat shirt, which it has like a pleat that's on either side. Either way, you guys, it's giving interesting. It's giving non-standard. It's giving try it out and see how you can make that fit into your wardrobe. Okay, so now that we've gotten some of these button-down tops out of the way, let's just talk about some really cute tops, period. Now, Lindsay from Staystitch Pattern also dropped her very first independent pattern recently. And now she's really known for doing a lot of draping on her dress form. One of the things that she excels at is really taking that base corset pattern and turning it into something that is glorious. So what she did was she came out with that as a pattern, and it's called the Eve Top Sewing Pattern. And it is giving you just a basic block that you can do whatever you want to with it. Now included in it, it does include a strapless version, something that has straps, as well as a backless tie version. So I've already bought it. I bought it literally as soon as it dropped. I am so excited to get started with it because now that it's heating up, your girl is really ready to go ahead and like literally drop this all wearing all these clothes. Okay, now I did already, of course, mention her Lola as well as their Sophia Sweetheart. They make fantastic tops alone and by themselves. Another really great option for a summer top is going to be the Evergreen top, and that is from Les Perlines. Again, probably mispronouncing it, but work with me, okay? And I love this top. It can also be extended into a dress, but I will say that I do like it and love it as a top. Not because I don't think it'll make a pretty dress, but listen, at some point in time, we really do have to just leave them as tops, right? If you're looking for a really good, just like basic t-shirt to have, we've got the Primo t-shirt from Ready to Sew. We've got my favorite, it's literally called Favorite Tee. It's also one of my favorite t-shirt patterns, the Favorite Tee from Patterns for Pirates. We also, and this is definitely one of my favorite go-to off-the-shoulder shirts, like that's a crop, and that's the Fin from Petite Citry. Such a really cute top, and I love that as an option just to wear by itself. A lot of these dresses that I've already identified can also be worn as tops, so we're gonna leave that here. Because there's nothing that really stands out to me that is like, oh my God, you've got to mention me as well. Because again, like I said, a lot of the tops that I've already mentioned, oh, you know what? The tank that I will say is the 24/7 tank that is from Patterns for Pirates. Again, it features a larger or thicker binding option, which I really love. But as far as like my go-to pattern for the summer, it's the Lola. It's always going to be the Lola for me, y'all. Okay. So I love that for us. Now let's talk about some skirts, because we don't always wear dresses. Some people like to layer, and I love the option of throwing in some skirts and shorts in as well. So let's talk about the skirts that I love. We're going to kick it off, of course, with the Presley pleated skirt that is designed by yours truly. Why? Not only is it a fantastic pattern because it does include shorts that have pockets in there as well, giving you all of your tennis dreams, but also that athletic look is really in for the season. So why not look amazing in it? So that pleated skirt, it features 2-inch pleats, a total of 8 pleats around the skirt altogether, and then it has built-in shorts as well. This is a fantastic make for your knit fabrics. Please do not use woven fabrics with it because it's designed to stretch along your body, okay? So as far as a skirt, it is a fantastic option to kick off our skirts with. My second favorite skirt, because of course, you know, we got to start off with my own being my favorite, is the Cocoa Bias skirt from Staystitch Patterns. I actually have one version that is waiting to be hemmed right here. This is literally the easiest skirt to make. I have made quite a few so far. So pretty, so easy. I cannot wait to hem this. I'm like, let me put this to the side, not hang it back up because it's got to be hemmed today. But the beautiful thing about this pattern is that it makes it so easy to use a large cut of fabric that you have. The same front is used for the back. Now, if you've got some junk in your trunk and you're like, girl, I need to make some accommodations for that, you could easily do a modified full booty adjustment in there as well. But I love that. I love the technique that they use for the waistband. It's not for everyone, and I get that. And if you're like, Aaronica, how do they do their waistband? So as you can see here, we've got our elastic, and then you just fold it over. And then you can go ahead and on the side seams, just go ahead and do a little stitch, and that's it for the waistband. So the ease for me is one of the top things that makes it really interesting, because when it comes time to making things, yes, I love sewing. Yes, I love creating, but I love it so much that I want to be able to do it more. So yeah. Okay. So one of these patterns, okay. Let me not say that. Let's just, Ellie and Max wrap skirt is hands down one of my favorites. That is saying a lot, because there was a point in time where like their drafting was questionable at best. We'll just leave it at that. But that skirt, super cute. I still wear the one that I made in testing from years ago because it's, one, it still fits, and two, it is just such a cute silhouette. So, yes, we'll leave it right at that. Okay, so culottes are not skirts, but they give that breezy effect kind of like them. And so that's why I'm going to shout out the Winslow culottes from Helen's Closet. Now, there are so many fun hacks that I've seen people do with them that I really feel like it's necessary to go ahead and give them a shout out, because so cute, right? So I love that as well. Now, when it comes to just skirts, I will also say that a lot of the dresses that I mentioned can be made into skirts as well. One of my favorite dresses to do that with is, of course, the So Classic Sundress, which is by Patterns for Pirates. Utilizing the skirt as a base or as the only thing, so cute. It's got the buttons down the front, and it's giving like it's your A-line skirt, but I don't know. I just love it. Also, we've got the Cher skirt that is from Made for Mermaids, and that's giving us just your basic A-line woven skirt. Now, I will say that this skirt came out before the patterns were expanded. I still fit in them, but it stops at red. This skirt itself has not been expanded to the navy size range, which is a little bit more size inclusive. So I feel like we're just going to talk about shorts at the same time. I love the Effie shorts that are from Seamwork. They are really cute. I love how they curve with the side. Okay. I love those from Seamwork, and I also have been enjoying the Desi skirt, which is another bias cut skirt as well. The waistband is a little bit different. So if you're someone who prefers a more structured waistband, that Desi skirt is going to be right up your alleyway. Now, another favorite of mine are the Miller shorts from Seamwork. They were like one of the first patterns that I actually completed from Seamwork, and I actually still have them. They do not fit, but I love how those shorts actually feature a waistband that has some elastic in it, and that technique to create that belt has helped me in creating belts for other patterns as well. Let's take a look at also the gypsum skirt pattern that is from So Liberated. If we're being completely honest, I really love So Liberated patterns. They are so earthy, organic feeling. So if that's your jam, if that's your style, definitely hit them up. I also own and have not made yet, but plan on amending that ASAP, is the estuary skirt pattern. And it's very similar to what I described with the So Classic Sundress, but it features the buttons down the front, these nice huge pockets as well. Fantastic skirt pattern. And I love that for us. As far as shorts go though, now one of the patterns that does have me in a chokehold, obviously, is the Pietra pattern by Closet Core Patterns. I've made the tapered leg. I've made the wide leg. I have yet to make the shorts. Well, we're about to change that up, okay? So I'm about to make those into shorts as well. And then finally, I will mention the chanterelle pants and skirt and shorts pattern as well. I love that. Love that for us as well. Now, as far as like giving us sporty spice or giving us the idea of kind of like 90s kind of world, giving us a vintage feel, we've got the new drop from Patterns for Pirates, and you guys, it is cute. It is adorable. And when it was in testing, I was like, I wish I had the time to go ahead and test this, but I did not. And it is perfect for summer. They come in adult and kid sizing, and it is the Chrissy set. Now it is shorts, but then it also has a ringer tee, and it's adorable. You can make it as a coordinated set. You can make it matchy-matchy. You can make them individually. Fantastic set to have. It's very actually similar to, there is a shorts pattern that is similar that Petite Stitchery does as well. Now, finally, as far as shorts go, I do want to make a mention of the Friday Patterns shorts that they have, especially because, y'all, it's a free pattern, okay? If you're like, hey, I am interested in making some vintage-ish shorts, but I'm not trying to be paying a whole lot of money, definitely the Friday Patterns shorts pattern is really, really great. So you can head to fridaypatterns.com, and I'm checking to see right now. It's just the sports shorts. They actually have like a pay scale, so you can pay $2, $5, $10, $15, or get them free. It's very sporty. It's giving the same thing as the Chrissy shorts, but for woven fabrics. Now I have made a pair, and again, as soon as they're clean, I put them back on. So I will say that they are super easy to make. They use bias tape to finish the edges, so you don't have to worry about finishing your seams. And I love using bias tape to do that with. So again, chokehold. But y'all, we're about to wrap this up very, very soon. The final skirt that I'm going to mention is going to be the Rosemary Wrap skirt, and that is by Sarah Kirsten. And when I tell you that I love this, it's so simple. It features some darts to bring in that waist, so that if you do have a waist that is significantly smaller than your hips, you can get a really good fit with it. But it is hands down one of the easiest patterns that I've made. Very, very simple. Okay, so finally, let's move into swimwear. Now, Judy just released a swimsuit, and it's the Palm Spring swimsuit. Now, I feel like anyone who knows me knows that I love a good strapless number. And this is giving that. This is giving, let me, again, put you in this vintage era. Palm Springs, it offers strapless. It offers strapped. You can do some nice color blocking with the sides. There's so many different options that are available for this swimsuit. Another swimsuit pattern that I absolutely love is the Closet Core swimsuit pattern. It is a pattern that I feel like is really versatile. It's the face swimsuit pattern. You can make it as a 2-piece if that's your jam. You can make it as a 1-piece if that's your jam. Now, I do want to make an honorable mention to the the Anais undies that they have, as well as the Celine bralette, because I do actually feel like both of these can be turned into swimsuits and you have a nice vintage feel with them. So if you have a swimsuit, I mean, if you have an underwear or a bra pattern that you love, turn it into swim, babe. Turn it into swim. So of course that also brings us back to Patterns for Pirates with the Circe swim top. This features like a little wrap situation around your waist, but it's a wrap front. Also keep in mind that any of these items that you can make as swimsuits, they can also be made as tops, okay? I don't know if y'all knew that. I mean, I'm sure you did, but I love that they are so versatile in that option. Now, one of the patterns that I do love seeing as a swimsuit is the Vixen pattern set. And the Vixen comes as a bikini or as well as a bralette. These fantastic swimsuits, okay? I love that as an option. If you are someone who's like, hey girl, can I get a little bit more coverage? Utilizing the cutie booty boxer briefs that they have, that Patterns for Pirates has, and making that into a swimsuit, fantastic option as well, because they're going to be like boxer briefs. So offering a little bit more coverage. If you are still like one of my girlies who love a vintage style, the Take the Plunge swimsuit offers that as well. So definitely check out that pattern too. Now, if you are like swimsuit lover, and if you are just saying, bring me all of the swim, there is actually a swimsuit brand that is just for you. Okay, so Edgewater Ave is a brand that has really been working on expanding their swim. They primarily only do swimsuits and workout wear. They've got quite a few swimsuits. I personally love the Athena one piece. It features like a deep plunge. You guys know I'm here for a plunge, okay? I love, love, love that one. I'm also loving the Donna one piece, and it's got like the monokini. It's very, very cute. So if you're into, or you're not afraid to show your curves, show off your body, give those rolls a little bit of air, I highly suggest checking out Edgewater Avenue, because they are not here for play. They're giving us what we want. And again, I do want to highlight that any of the things that you can actually wear as like a bodysuit, as bras, panties, babe, they can also be worn as a swimsuit, okay? Now let's go ahead and take a look at Petite Stitchery, because Petite Stitchery also has a lot of my favorites when it comes to it, right? They also have dropped recently this adult Cove high cut swimsuit. So it is a strapless swimsuit, and it's giving us high cuts on the thighs. If you didn't know, having a high cut panty or a high cut like bikini makes it so that you look like you have longer legs. The more you know. Another one of my faves is the adult Darby one-piece swimsuit. And then the last two that I will mention are the adult Sully swimsuit, which is super cute because it's giving retro, as well as the Atlas swimsuit. Now, the Atlas swimsuit looks like it's giving full coverage, but it's giving cheeks in the back, and I've got cheeks to spare. So of course I'm subscribed to that. Now, finally, let's go ahead and take a look at Made for Mermaids, because these are the brands that really have, I don't want to say that they're the only ones that have all of these like options, but I will say that you can go to any of those and be sure to come up with any of these things. Now, if you're into a reversible feel like I am, I love a reversible anything because it's giving me so many options, then the Venus swimsuit is for you. This was also designed by my girlfriend, Michelle, and it is a one piece, but it's giving straps, like thin spaghetti straps, as giving options. So great options to have there. My favorite though is the Amalfi, because it's also giving convertible. It's giving options. You know I stand for some options, okay, friends? So I love that. If you are someone who's not afraid of sexy, the Lauren Teddy, yes, I know it's a teddy, but making that into a swimsuit, giving you the option to bring around the extra fabric to kind of tie it as you want, is a fantastic swimsuit as well. And then the last one that I'm going to mention is going to be the Mermaid Shores collection, the women's Shelly swimsuit, which is so cute. It has a little flutter. It's got like the ruched in the middle, and it's beautiful. Oh, let me also say this. Made for Mermaids has the Reagan Rash Guard. So if you are someone who is super sensitive to the sun, this rash guard is going to be cute, and it's going to give you the coverage that you need in order for you to stay protected out there in that sun. Okay. Now listen, I feel like I have done the longest talking video ever, but I do hope that this was inspiring for you all and you felt like there are lots of patterns that include you in the season, okay? If there are patterns that you're like, hey girl, can we actually sew this like live, or can you do a sew along for this? Please drop that in the comments and know that I create content for you. So I'm always open to these suggestions because it's helping me help you, okay? And for that, that's all we got in this moment because I feel like we've gone over. So with that, I hope that you have found that these are giving you what you need to create the summer wardrobe of your dreams. And I will check y'all on the next video. If you have not already, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and turn on the bell so that you can be notified of when I go live or when I drop new videos or when these videos premiere. And yeah, otherwise I will catch you guys on the flip side.